everybody. We're here with Steve Overton. We are talking about Kontact now, Red Eclipse, one of his games. It's a tactical game that has a lot of really cool elements. So, Steve, tell us what, I know you don't like this question, what's different about this system?
The biggest thing about this system is it was created to show the OODA loop on the ground.
And OODA is?
And OODA was created by the Air Force for them to train pilots in split-second decision-making, which still works for on the ground. We don't have to do split-second decision-making, but it's for observing the enemy, orienting your forces, deciding what to do, and then acting. And we have a system here that allows for the flexibility issue of a military, whether it's the Americans that are very flexible or the Russians that are a little more inflexible.
Rigid, yep.
And you can take different command points and structure and show that flexibility. So for instance, the Americans get a 3, they get 3 1s. The Russians get a 3, they get 1 3. So they get 1 impulse and move half of their army. The Americans get 3 impulses and move small pieces. They can react much smarter, smaller, but the Russians move more. And that's the way the two militaries work. And then in addition to that, we've come up with these 50 tactical event cards for each side. And they do things
really cool.
And they do things like tell you that you got an artillery mission. And how many of those artillery missions you're going to get. The Americans may get 2 or 3, the Russians may get 1. The Russians have multiple rocket launcher attacks in here. They have 2 or 3 of them. There's an artillery mission card.
Yep.
And
so each different faction, let's say, has a lot of different ways that they prosecute war.
And how they do it.
Yep.
Because these cards are specifically, this deck is specifically designed to be like what will happen with that military, what capabilities they have. So, if you don't know what the Russian procedures are for anything in 1989, you can sit down with this deck and this set right here, and you don't have to know because it's going to let you play that way. You're going to use their procedures. You're going to use their maneuvers because that's what you're given.
Yeah.
You can play the game without the cards. It is not card driven. It's card assisted. You take 4 cards. You can play those 4 cards anytime, anywhere. At the end of every turn, you draw up to 4 more cards.
Yep.
So if you're playing a 3-turn game, you're going to get 12 cards out of this 50-card deck.
Right.
So it's pretty.
A lot of different.
There's a lot of fog of war.
Yeah.
Each card comes with its own rule. So when you're looking at the card, the rule's right there in front of you. You don't have to go digging through the rules.
Yep.
We're trying to set it up where we have one sheet.
Yep.
That's a player aid card sheet here. When we're done with this, you'll have everything you need to play the game on one sheet. None of this going back and forth to the rules.
And that's good. Simplicity is a good thing.
There we go.
So tell us about the dice. I like the dice.
Okay, the dice.
Very neat.
The system covers, the series covers from 1936 to 20 years in the future. A white die gives you bolt action rifles.
World War II.
World War II, but not only World War II, the Viet Cong have bolt action rifles. And then you'll get assault rifles, which is everything after Korea.
AK-47, M16.
Galils, all that, anybody, anywhere. And then the red dice, for the most part, represents an explosive.
Okay.
So if you've got the Germans and you've got a whole platoon of Germans and all their numbers are white, then you're going to roll a white die on them.
And you're going to roll one white die.
You're going to roll one white die and see what you get. 1 to 6. If you add a machine gun to that, that's a black number.
Okay.
Then you will add a black die, and all of the firepower will be at the highest die rating. So it's very important for World War II. You start to see the evolution of the tactics because why is a machine gun important in World War II? Well, it raises the firepower of everybody up. It raises the firepower of the hero. But if you've got a 5 in World War II and a 5 now, the 5 in World War II will use a white die. The 5 now will use a white and a black die. And if they have, say, the M2 or 3 grenade launcher, that's going to move it up to a red die because that's an explosive weapon.
Okay.
And so that's the way the dice work.
The guy shooting the bolt action rifle is just going to roll one die.
One die.
He rolled a 3. The guy shooting an AK-47 is going to roll both. Well, that's a bad roll.
Yeah.
He
in this case,
broke his gun.
In this case, the World War II squad would outfire the fire team.
Yeah.
But the chances of that happening are not good.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be rare, which it would be.
Right.
Some of those guys in World War II would every once in a while beat a fire team.
Right.
But not consistent.
And doubles are going to break your gun.
Doubles will only break your gun
weapon.
if you have a card in here.
Got it. Sorry.
The cards can stop a fire attack. If I'm firing at you from here to here and I play this card that says confusion, stop the attack. The order still took place, but you don't get the attack now because you couldn't figure out the target. Some of them say stop movement. I'm about to move in from here to here. No, you're not. Stop that movement.
Yep.
So
there is some back and forth card play. Which
fog of war is built. Because
you're
looking right down on this map, and how do you bring fog of war into something that you can see everything?
Yep.
Well, one of the ways you can do that is you don't know what I've got over
right.
You don't know if I've got a close airstrike on you or what I've got.
Yeah.
Or maybe, like the other day, the guy moved up next to me to assault. I had 2 grenade cards in a rapid fire. Nice. My guy inside there was a 5. Okay. Each grenade card was worth 4. That doubled up to 8. And 5 is 13, and then the rapid fire added 3 more.
Yeah.
So it was 16. He saw 5. I hit him with 16.
Got it. Very nice.
So you don't know what's about to happen.
Know.
You never know. And because you're only getting 4 out of 50, the chances, there's a lot of different things. You can't second guess. You can't second guess what I'm going to get.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to point out is these are laser die cut counters. Very nice counters. These are really slick. So I'll go ahead and give you a quick up close look at those, but those are sharp. I like those a lot.
There's helicopters.
Yeah, this is the good stuff, right? Helicopters, tanks, really good stuff. Go ahead and check that out. So Steve,
there's some of the counters.
Yeah. So I'm starting to lose my voice, but Steve, we've appreciated a look at this game. This game definitely looks fun. I think it has a lot of neat elements, and it's one that I want to check out. So thank you for sitting down with us.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good trip home.
Yeah, this is great. This is a nice game.